there's a topic that I think is interesting, not because it necessarily has a lot of art, but because it seems to be a little bit confused and somewhat popular. So we do have art. We do have one painting which is likely from the 18th, early 19th century of a deity called Guru Dragtro. And this Guru Dragtro is really, for the most part, based on the Nyingma wrathful form of Padmasambhava called Guru Trokpo. Now, Guru Dragtro is wrathful, one face, two arms, holding a vajra upheld in the right hand and a skullcup outstretched in the left hand. He also has a set of wings unfurled behind him, and he stands on a black nine-faced sow, a pig, a giant pig, female pig. So this is Guru Dragtro, and we really find this from the 17th century with the treasure revealer Dorje Dorje. Now, this was never really popular. Now, when I say popular, I mean that we do not have art for this. What we have is we have so far one painting that's very good quality, and then we have some initiation cards which you can find in the Rinchen Terzo collection of practices. So that's really it. But what we find in the 20th century is we find a lot of art, and a lot of this art now is on the internet, and it purports to be Dorje Gotrab. Now, Dorje Gotrab is actually a practice. It actually means vajra armor. It means your body is like covered in vajra armor. And it's a healing practice, it's a meditation practice, but it's all based on just a mantra. And the one that's quoted most often as being the source for this is Dorje Lingpa. So we're looking at 14th, we're really looking at 14th century. But it's said that it was discovered by many other teachers as well. Now, what it is it's just a mantra. It's a mantra with a little bit of instructions on how to recite it for different purposes and different functions. But in the 20th century, what we begin to find is that there's a lot of art that mimics or seems to copy the Guru Dragtro of the original Dorje Dorje, except there's no wings on the figure, and then in the left hand, instead of a skull cup, you have a peg, a ritual peg, a purba. Otherwise, he's standing on the same black sow with 9 heads, etc. So this has become a real confusion, and what it really points to is that possibly there was a Tibetan teacher in the first half of the 20th century that may have associated the meditation practice of Dorje Dorje, meditating on this form of Guru Trokpo, known as Guru Dragtro, the wrathful and fierce guru, and associated the Dorje Gotrab, the Vajra armor mantra, with it. This is just a speculation on my part. I don't know if this is true. That teacher is said to have passed away, I believe, in the late 60s, early 70s, who possibly could have put these two practices of the healing mantra together with the Terma practice of Dorje Dorje of the 17th century. But what we do have is a lot of images of this on the internet, and then we have a lot of videos on YouTube that purport to teach about this practice of Dorje Gotrab, when in fact nobody is teaching the history of it as yet. We don't know exactly who is aligning these two, a 14th century Tertun with the practices of a 17th century Tertun, to come up with a popular late 20th century practice common for Europeans and Westerners and non-Tibetan Asians. So it's kind of a curious phenomena. And so I'll leave it at that. I've written a little bit more on the HAR website if you're interested. But don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also subscribe to stay connected. And if you want to help to support the work we do, then you can join HAR on Patreon.